Hello, fellow shades. We're your hosts, Shadowy and Kind of the Clever, and we're here with a different video. Um,
Um,
it's about
right.
the Hogwarts legacy drama, or the fact that I call it that, but really it's just a lot of people being angry over a
Over
game.
nothing.
Yeah, it's just everyone being
Right.
angry over this game for really no reason. Like, the only reason that I've
Yes, they're not
seen doesn't
even.
make sense.
Yes, because it doesn't actually have anything to do with the game itself.
Yeah.
But instead, the creator of the series the game is based on, J.K. Rowling.
Mm-hmm. And this is gonna be it. I'm gonna make sure to keep this short. But the main points I wanted to focus on are how, first off, for how much for how the bullying completely, like, bullying everyone for playing it is completely unwarranted. Um,
And
or if it was
inappropriate.
unwarranted to any degree, it's too much. Like, if there was any reason to bully it, there's too much as is. Like, I can understand some
Right.
if there was like a reason to actually be against the game, like it was like causing harm or something. It's like, okay, there's reasons, but there's just nothing.
There's not anything for this game.
And there's so much of
It's
it going
just.
on, like all the bullying, it's insane. And how any
Right.
good
It's
that
a
could
bunch
come,
of hatred.
and how any good that could come out of this game that's so bad by their standards, it was crushed by the fact of all the bullying. Like, any charity events that were gonna go on during for this game, well, like the people who would do a charity and while they play this game was crushed because of all the bullying. Like, people were scared off from this game when they would make charity events. Like, it's not like the
Which
bullying
also.
helps anyone.
Right, and it also isn't really fair to the creators of the game who mightn't have been actual fans of the series and put in days, weeks, or months worth of work, maybe even years worth of work into this project. It's not really fair to them to just have a like cancel culture cancel it for an unrelated reason.
Yeah. The second thing I wanted to bring up was the fact that our perspective on this franchise, because me personally, I have no interest really with it, but I don't have anything against it either.
And right, and I've seen all the movies, I've read part of the books, and I found them to be pretty okay. Like, I've got nothing against the series either. It's pretty good and enjoyable for many. So, once again,
Um,
I feel like this is just another example of confusing art with artist and
yeah, and the
even
fact
a
that
separate art from a separate artist.
and the fact that
It wasn't even the same art.
what
Sorry.
was there? No, it's fine. It's fine. I was misreading, and I was making sure that we covered this point, which was,
Right.
yeah, and that we can understand that J.K. Rowling isn't an ally. By the way, you know what that
Oh,
means, right?
yeah.
If just to make
An
sure you understand
ally
what that means.
is basically just means someone who's pro LGBTQ. I
Yeah,
hope I
like
said those letters right.
yeah, something.
Okay.
But anyway, but something. Basically, I wanted to make sure you understood, so you weren't just hearing it and were running along with it, just so you didn't like get caught up or
Right.
something.
I right. I know what it is, and
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I don't really care. It's them. They can do whatever they want. I'm me, and I understand that J.K. Rowling doesn't have that opinion,
Yeah. And that's no reason to go
and
after anyone who
that's
likes her world. Like, it doesn't, like, if
yes.
Harry Potter fans aren't transphobic.
Aren't
They're
J.K. Rowling.
yeah, it doesn't, because you like this series, it doesn't mean that you are the problem or that you want to enjoy the game. You aren't the issue. For as much as
Right,
everyone's
and
going attacking.
Exactly. And people must be judged on an individual level because to just group people together and it's bound to cause tension and
Mm-hmm.
whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's there's no good coming out of this hatred.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, because there really is. But especially in this case.
Yeah. And the third point I wanted to cover was the fact that this game isn't like J.K. Rowling trying to convert people or like anything. It's not like a message. Like there's only like one message driving it. There's really I don't think she has much influence on it besides the structure of the world. Like because from my understanding, it's she wasn't really in on the process. She just happened to be the person who made the world, like or at least made the baseline and made all the setup. So the people making the game are just going off of that, and they have their own story. And even if she wasn't on the story, it's
Exactly.
not like it's not like she's the only one who made it. Like
Right.
there were multiple
It
people who
was an
worked on
entire
it.
team who worked on it. And in fact,
Hmm.
I doubt if she had any correlation to the game itself other
Yeah,
than
that's what I
probably
was
her name
thinking.
on it.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. And that the team that made the game just loved and enjoyed the series for what it was. It wasn't like made in malicious intent or anything. It was just made for fans to enter a world that they enjoyed so much in years past, and they just wanted to make a world
They
where they could
exactly
go into it more.
escape reality.
And honestly, from just now, I'm not gonna play it because honestly, I'm not that interested, and I don't think I doubt Connor, you don't plan on playing it either, right? Just as a
I'm I might just not at the top of my list. I've still got to
yeah,
beat
I'd agree.
Bloodborne.
Yeah. But honestly, from the trailers I've seen and some of the gameplay, it honestly looks pretty good, and I mean, magic in general is a cool idea.
So honestly, support the game
Hmm.
because I mean you ain't got nothing better to do, I assume.
And
Oh god,
there's one
maybe
last thing
shouldn't
I
have
wanted
led
to
with
point
that
out
one.
was that some of the arguments I was seeing was how if you get the game, you're supporting how you're supporting transphobic I can't think of the word, but anyway, you're
Transphobia.
because you like
You're supporting the cause
yes,
because she's probably made donations to foundations that dishevel and like ruin
mm-hmm.
rights for people in that community.
But the
But at the
last
same time, you're not a slaver because you
yeah.
buy Nestle chocolate.
Yeah,
If you
that's what
buy
we were gonna
Nestle
say.
like
I was gonna say
cocoa,
because you like a
you're
big
not
company, it
not
doesn't
necessarily
because you like a big company, it
yeah,
doesn't mean you endorse their methods. uh,
exactly.
because
Like I can admit,
someone on Twitter made a dumb comment. It was like, well, if you do this, it's
right.
because you like that, and it's like, but they made the comment on
Mm,
Facebook, which mines for data and does plenty of other problematic things, but they did it on their iPhones, which were made that were made in another country using overtime labor more than likely, and like at that point the conditions are already
and
questionable, if
disheveling
not
American
worse.
jobs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you can't say
There's
that
it's
because consuming or enjoying a
enjoying a
product,
game.
it means that you're like, oh, there's nothing wrong with how it came to be. I mean, those were extreme cases, but the extreme ones make a point
It's
no matter
still the
what.
same point. It's the idea of just because you enjoy a piece of game, content, anything that can genuinely bring good into your life or the lives of many others is not something that should be taken down and torn down because someone is offended at it. Because offended isn't a general state of being.
Hmm.
It's a sense of opinion.
Yeah. But anyway, that's it for this video. I just wanted to make a quick rant because this was really, I really wanted to put something out for this because I've been affected heavily by bullying, and I just, like it. I just saw how
Wanted to
stupid this
speak up
was.
about it.
Yeah. Anyway,
And I don't like drama, but I'm here to just support him and give
yeah,
feedback.
I just label it as drama because, like, whenever I hear people talk about this, they call it drama.
Because,
When in reality, it's just a lot of people
yeah,
yelling
it's
about something that, like, it's
honestly, that's all drama is. It's a bunch of people
yeah.
yelling.
But when I think of drama, I think of usually like it's usually over something bigger, like maybe a company or maybe something happened
Like,
recently. But not this. This feels
not
so
just
petty.
people enjoying a game.
Yeah, like
People enjoying a game is unbelievably petty.
yeah,
It's the equivalent of making fun of someone because they watched anime or something. It's like,
yeah,
this is great shit. This is like great storytelling. There's so many great things to appreciate about this, and you're disapproving me and this game and like bad mouthing it without like any actual thought process behind what you're saying. You're
yeah.
just saying shit.
But anyway, we'll see you next time, fellow shades.